This is no nonsense, no fluff, no doubtably the hardest hitting presentation given by a multimillionaire on how to make money in history. Because all the other multimillionaires are lying to you. They're lying to you by talking bullshit. Tai Lopez, if you read books, you'll be rich. Lie. You can read books all day, you're not going to get rich. That's a lie. These other fucking nerds. Think positive, you'll be rich. Another lie. What do you mean? If I read books and I think happy, money appears in my bank? No, it does not. This is garbage. We're cutting the garbage. We're getting down to it with 100 points, 100 business lessons I've learned across my business career. Lesson 1. I've even got a whiteboard for you motherfuckers. That's how hard I've worked on this university project. Whiteboard, markers. Lesson 1. Speed. Now, I tell this to everybody all the time, and nobody understands what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try and articulate it. Speed is extremely important in business. Everything that needs to be done must be done fast. That doesn't mean it has to be done cheap or shit. It means it has to be done quickly. People seem to conflate the two, that if you do something quickly, it must be terrible. That's not the case.
That's an interesting point, by the way. And I want you to really focus on some of the words that are being used, because he says it so fast and so quickly that you might miss it. If you're familiar with the word conflate, that's awesome. If not, you should look it up, because this happens a lot. People sort of mash words into each other, or they have the wrong idea about certain concepts like this. So if I do it fast, it's going to be shit, or it's going to be cheap, or it's going to be low quality, which is not the case at all. So make sure that you pay attention to the way he says things, because it's important. You can do things quickly and very well. In fact, that's the main goal of business and life in general.
When you're a professional fighter, you learn to punch. Your instructor says faster, faster, faster. You learn to punch faster. You don't degrade your punch. You don't start punching like an idiot. You keep the same quality of punch, but you do it quicker. Now, nobody in the world, the modern world especially, and I'm going to say this, a caveat that I've learned across my career as well, especially if you're dealing with creative people in any kind of regard. They don't understand speed. Numbers people kind of understand speed. Creative people don't understand speed. And this is they have a strength and a weakness there. With creative people have something I don't have. They're very creative and they can see things I can't see, but it takes time. I'm the complete opposite. I want everything done straight away now. But speed is super important for a business, and I'm going to tell you why. So whatever you're thinking of doing, whatever the business you're thinking of running, you need to do things quickly. If an airplane, everyone knows how planes work, is flying through the sky, arrow, beautiful demonstration for you there, a beautiful fucking diagram. Even if its engines fail, it will continue to fly. If the engines fail, it will not fall out of the sky and instantly crash to the ground. It will continue to fly. Do you know why? Because it has forward momentum. It's going forward, and that means the wings are creating lift, air is going underneath the plane. As long as the plane goes forward, it will not fall and fail. And a business is exactly the same. The key with business is to make sure you're always moving forward, always producing content, and always doing everything you can as quickly as possible while maintaining the quality. Do not conflate quality with speed. You can do the same.
Yeah, you made the point again with conflate. I hope you caught that. This is an important point. You don't start out fast at things. Like you said, if you're learning to punch, like you don't start out like lightning fast. You learn it slowly, and you learn it the right way. And from there on out, the goal is to be quicker and quicker and quicker to get to lightning speed, but while maintaining good form. Because otherwise, if you want to go quickly and you're throwing shit punches, now you're not gonna hit anything, or if you hit, you're not gonna hit hard, so it won't matter anyway. And in terms of like forward momentum, you've seen this in sports 100 times. Like your favorite team is winning, and it's going towards the end. And now the coach has this brilliant idea. Let's play all defense. Let's fall back and let the opponent come, and let's play defense. Just keep the status quo. And it's like the kiss of death. The second he does it, it's not looking good, Brev. This is gonna go really badly really soon. It always happens. I think it was Napoleon who said, "The best defense is a good offense," and that's a great quote. Just remember that. Forward momentum, always going forward. Attack, attack, attack.
If you have an idea right now and you have someone you're working with, let's say you need a new website. You tell the company, it's going to take 2 weeks. No, it's not going to take 2 weeks. It's going to take 3 days. We're going to find someone else. We can't do it in 3 days. I'll find someone who can. You can build a good website in 3 days. People have unrealistic, stupid time frames. Everyone thinks things take forever. Things don't take forever. Things can be done quickly. I know, because I've done it. I've pushed people or done it myself and seen what's can be done. Do you know what I could do in 2 weeks? Me, as a man who knows nothing about web design, in 2 weeks I could learn web design and build a website. And I know nothing. So how the fuck can you, the guy who knows websites, take 2 weeks to build a fucking website? It's garbage. Everyone is slow. And being slow is deadly to a company for 2 reasons. One, the faster you get things online, the faster you start making money. Now, if you make money today because you were in a rush, let's say you quickly push and you get it online today and you make money. That's one universe. And another universe where it takes a week and you get it online. That week of making money is gone. That money is lost. The longer it takes to get something online, the less money you're going to make as a whole.
What he's talking about is opportunity cost, which is an important concept to understand in business. Every hour that goes by unproductive, that hour is gone. Like, it's never coming back. That's it. We haven't figured out how to go back in time yet, but you have to stop fucking around and fiddling around, and you have to get to work and get something out there. Like, the vast majority of successful products, especially these days, when they're pushed out to the market, sure, they're not perfect, but they're out there. At least there's momentum going on. You're getting results back. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it out. Do it now, quickly. Chop, chop.
If I start a company today to the end of my life and start a company next month to the end of my life, the one I start today has been running longer. It's going to generate more money. The quicker things are done, the quicker money is made. It's as simple as that. That's starting a company. Even if a company is already online, speed is super important once again. I'll give you an example. Let's say, producing an advert. The faster you produce an advert, the faster it's out, the faster you get results. If you do it quick enough, you might be able to produce 2 adverts in the time that other people take to produce 1. Now you have double the advertising that other people have. Speed. You have to attack and you have to move quickly. When I talk to people say to me all the time, I have a business idea. I'll say, okay, cool. A week later, I'll say, how's your business? They'll go, what business? You have an idea and it's been a week. Where's your fucking company? Where's your business? It's been a week, you ain't done shit. People are lazy, people are slow, people are complacent, including you. Everything must happen instantly, quickly, fast, speed, attack. Hitler conquered Europe with blitzkrieg. You need to go quickly. I cannot emphasize this enough.
But also life, money in general, like almost everything needs to be forward, needs to be now, fast, not slow. And if you're not familiar with blitzkrieg, Hitler completely overwhelmed the enemy because he was much quicker, much faster. It was a decentralized organization. They're still teaching it in military academies today. So where he fought against an enemy that was very centralized, and every command needed to move across different scales to get to the head guy, and then the head guy would send word back. By the time the guy would send word back, they were already overrun. Like the tanks were already 30 miles ahead. It's all about going forward, attacking quicker, being faster.
Lesson 1, speed is important. Nothing can be slow. I'll tell you another quick story about this lesson. I used to run a company, so you're going to find out about a whole bunch of companies I ran and I've run in my time during this presentation. So my work history is long and varied, but I'll give it to you a very short version. There was a job selling television advertising that required a degree in marketing to sell TV advertising packages. It was cold calling. This is a long time ago. I was 13 years ago. Before email was a thing. You'd get on the phone, you'd call people up, marketing manager, hi, my name's Andrew Tate, I'm calling from TriStar Television, I'm interested in da-da-da-da, are you interested in putting your brand on TV, blah, blah, blah. Old school sales, which anyone, if you've not done a sales job and if you are going to look for a job, do a sales job. Because once you learn to sell, you're going to be all right.
100%. Like, if this is great advice in general. Doesn't matter what job you do right now. If there's any way you can get sales experience, like preferably toes to toes, nose to nose, maybe door to door, maybe telephone sales, doesn't matter. You interacting with another human being, you selling, you picking up that skill, that is so important. That will massively increase your social skills. I mean, your people skills in general, your ability to open people up, your ability to read social situations. It is massively important. It can also make you great money, but in terms of personal growth as a human being, super, super good way to get that done. Sales.
So anyway, I went to apply for this job. They said I needed a degree. I said, I don't need a degree. They're like, why didn't you go to university? I said, because I ain't got 4 years to waste in school. I'd rather get 4 years of experience out here working jobs. I'd rather have real experience and money in my pocket and learn the hard way than go to some school and sit around and drink alcohol and do drugs like all these other university graduates are. I'll work for free for 1 week. And if you don't think I'm good, don't give me the job. That's what I said. I worked for free for a week and they gave me the job because I'm a G. So there you go. That proves how pointless uni is. I got the job above all the graduates because I was prepared to do 1 week's free work. Well, it's better to do 1 week's free work than 4 years free work while paying money to go. The fuck is that? Waste of time. So I got this job at TriStar. I'm there. I break the company sales record in the first month. How? Because I was just on the phone. Hard work. Just calling. I would call everyone. Everyone in the office would laugh at me because we were a real small business. We were really small in terms of television advertising standards. And I would call the companies like McDonald's, like the huge companies that we never stood a chance of getting a deal with in a million years. I'd call everyone, tenacious. I'd get the newspaper and go through it. Anyone who put an advert in, that means they had an advertising budget, means they had a marketing manager, call them. So I broke the company record. In the first month, I landed 3 40 grand deals, 120 grand I brought in, 10% turnover, 10% commission, 12 grand for me. I was 20, got 12 grand. I didn't have never had this kind of money in my fucking life. I couldn't believe it. Turns out the top salesman there, besides me, because I broke the company record for the first month. I didn't break the company record as a total, but just for the first month. The best salesman there was a guy called Dan. You're going to hear about Dan a lot because he taught me a lot about sales and business. He wanted to start his own TV company. So I'd only been there a month. Now I'm having lunch with Dan, the number 2 in the company, and he's saying, I'm going to go start my own TV company. I want to make you a managing director. I've been doing it a month. I'm 20. Now I'm going to be a managing director of this company, but I have 12 grand in the bank, so I have a bit of money to sit on. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Fuck it. So I only worked for this company a month and a half before I quit and start my own TV company. I'm 20. I own 50% of a TV advertising agency. Turns out Dan is a massive cocaine addict and basically left me to run the entire company. That's why he wanted me. He wanted me to do everything and him just go out and take the money from the bank and do cocaine. So at 20, I ran the entire company. Now, for a year and a half, this company functioned. And this company functioned by selling the cheapest television advertising that ever existed. So what we would do was, let's say we would charge people 19,000 pounds, and that would include a fully produced advertisement from start to finish, and their airtime on TV, and all the legalities to get them on TV. You have to go through the advertising standards, everything.
It's interesting. Something that you have to notice, because you might miss this by going into the specifics, but this is the second time he gives an example where he achieves a breakthrough by doing something that's unique. Like the first one, might have missed it, but when he was at the job interview, first of all, he reframed the whole university thing by saying, why would I, sit for 4 years and drink alcohol and pay for it? And then he made a unique offer, which was, I'll work for you for free for a week. If you don't like it, I'll leave. No other applicant will make that offer. You stand out. You're unique. It's ballsy. It's a guarantee. It's something that no one else will do. And now we're going into a new story about the new business. And he specifically says the reason it works is because, and then comes an offer, which is unique. Again, like no one else can do this. There's always like a gap in the market. It's either high price, low price, guarantee, doing something your competition won't do, can't do, hasn't thought of doing, and you add it into the mix and you create something unique which makes you stand out amongst your competitors.
That was a complete package with like 150 adverts on TV for like 18 grand. And we're calling people on the phone, me and Dan. Eventually we hired Tristan, ended up with like 10 members of staff cold calling the world, promising television advertising at this price. Now, how does this all link back to lesson 1? Speed. I'll tell you how. Because on an 18 or 19 grand package, we were only making 2 grand, 3 grand. We weren't making any money on it. In fact, a lot of the deals we were losing money or breaking even. But we were just trying to build up a customer base. We were just going into meetings saying, here's our clients, and showing a list of clients. People were like, how the fuck these young guys got all these clients?
Very important point again. If you don't have anything to show for your efforts, like if you can't show any past clients, any past work, that is something that you need to get out there ASAP. And the best way to do it is either you start doing it for free, something that is taught in the freelance campus, or like this, you take massive action, you start getting out there, you start sort of putting your name on the board getting some results in. When you have a track record, when you have a portfolio, when you can point towards, like, I'm working with this guy, I did that.